Hi, Yoshi and Monica here. In this episode, we talk about the anatomy and function of the deltoid muscles. And along the way, we give you a few tips and exercises for your next shoulder workout. So whether you're a trainer, yoga instructor, or fitness enthusiast, you will get something out of this video.
One thing is for sure, whether you push or pull weights in your workout or want to turn upside down in your yoga class, you need a good warm-up before you go heavy on your shoulders. Now, talking about the shoulder joints, we also have to talk about range of motion because the shoulder sockets are pretty shallow and the arms can move in every direction. The shoulder joints are one of the most delicate joints in the body. So it makes total sense to have a 5 to 10 minute warm-up for the muscles around the shoulders, including the deltoids. Let's talk about the anatomy of the deltoid muscle. The deltoid muscle is the outermost muscle in our body, and like all of our muscles, it can vary in strength and size, which has to do with age, muscularity, and of course training. Now, the two big jobs of the deltoid muscle are to keep the upper limb in the shoulder and to move the arm in different directions. But we will talk about the actions in a moment. The deltoid muscle gets its name from its roughly triangular shape, which looks like the Greek capital letter delta. Anatomically, the deltoid muscle consists out of 3 sets of muscle fibers, and they are named based on the area where they originate. So we have an anterior or clavicular section where the muscle fibers originate from the lateral third of the clavicle or collarbone. We have a lateral or acromial section with the origin on the lateral and superior parts of the acromion. And on the back side of the shoulder, we have a posterior or a spinal section where the muscle fibers originate on the inferior spine of the scapula. All 3 sets of muscle fibers, the clavicular, the acromial, and the spinal fibers, cover the shoulder joint and converge to one single short tendon that inserts on the deltoid tuberosity, a particular spot on the lateral aspect of the humerus. Now, the actions of the different deltoid muscle fibers produce different movements and can work independently or simultaneously. The anterior fibers draw the arm forward and create a flexion of the shoulder and help to medially rotate the humerus, so an inward rotation of the arm. The lateral fibers create an abduction, moving the arm sidewards and up, so away from the midline. And the posterior fibers move the arm backwards and create an extension of the shoulder and help to laterally rotate the humerus, so an outward rotation of the arm. Like I mentioned before, the shoulder girdle gives us a wide range of movements and is supported by a lot of muscles to hold everything together. Remember, the shoulder socket is pretty shallow, and with that the shoulder joint is quite weak in its structure. So the deltoid muscle is not only in charge of movements, it also keeps the arm in the shoulder. So the humerus is not getting pulled away from the scapula when you have to carry a heavy load or do shoulder shrugs, or even when you turn upside down. Of course, everybody likes to see nice shoulders and wants to have a great set of delts. So Monica will give you a few exercises you can do to get your deltoids strong and growing.
Before I give you a few exercises, I want to talk about one more thing so you know what happens when you go through the movements. When we're talking about the abduction of the arms with a full range of motion, like we do, for example, during a jumping jack, it's important to know that actually 4 different muscles play a role and control this action. The supraspinatus, the deltoid, the trapezius, and the serratus anterior. The supraspinatus, one of the rotator cuff muscles, is the primary muscle for the abduction of the arm to around 15 degrees. The deltoid controls the abduction of the arm from 15 to around 90 to 120 degrees. And along the way, the trapezius and the serratus anterior come into the game and coordinate with each other and the scapulae to facilitate the abduction of the arm upward of 90 degrees. So when you work out or you do yoga and you want to work your delts, lift your arms to around shoulder height and be aware that once you lift your arms higher, the other muscles assist the movement. So let me share some of our favorite deltoid exercises with you, which are part of our program. And so you can play around with whatever you have available. You can do them with dumbbells, resistance bands, or even cables. Pick the ones you like and try them for yourself.